shit. Am I lagging? Or, sorry, am I echoing? Yep. Okay. All right, how's that? I think that's good. I don't think I'm echoing, but I want to make sure. All right, hold on. All right, well, how's that? Okay. Um. All right, I think that's better. All right. Anyway, just tweaking some of the audio. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I am your host, Carlito Santiago. My cousin Lewis is unable to join us, and I think moving forward, it will just be me. Sorry about that. Listening to my own stream. Raw on Netflix. Results, winners, live grades, and reactions, and all more. Thank you to Eric Beeston for the Bleacher Report. 4 days before WWE returns to NBC for Saturday night's main event, Pro Wrestling preemptive promotion hit Netflix streaming with the latest episode of Raw, headlined by WrestleMania 40 rematch pitting Seth fucking Rollins against Drew McIntyre. The marquee matchup between two top stars in professional wrestling headlined a broadcast that also featured the latest from newcomer Penta, the New Day's first match since their shocking betrayal of Big E, and Bayley's first match since joining the Red Brand as part of the transfer portal, as revealed by General Manager Adam Pearce Monday afternoon. So ding dong, hello. Jey Uso kicked off Monday Night Raw with a yeet. Jey Uso kicked off the show just days away from his shot at the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther. The ring general interrupted him, reiterated that Uso is a mascot. This was a fun-loving cartoon character. Or sorry, I meant to say Jay is a fun-loving cartoon character. And he does not belong as world champion, and he won't be after Saturday Night Main Event, is what Gunther iterated to him. Uso responded, reminding Gunther that he headlined the biggest show of the year, and after Saturday, he will be the world champion. There was limited physicality, just enough to sell the match, before Uso stood tall to close out things. This was exactly what it needed to be. The last opportunity to sell Saturday's show, and the biggest match on it. Gunther started clunky, but recovered nicely, delivering a quality promo while Uso responded confidently. A solid exchange in front of a red-hot crowd worked and generated more excitement for Saturday Night Main Event. Now, when it comes to the Saturday Night Main Event, I've said it before and I'll stress it again. It's not a pay-per-view. It's a special. So I will not be doing predictions on it. But if you are looking to bet on who would win this match, put your money on Gunther. Last week's promo literally solidified it. Gunther made it very clear. Main Event is a nickname to Uso. But to Gunther, it's where he belongs. And that is a solidification, that's even a word, that Gunther should retain. WWE tends to do this stuff a lot. Have a little physicality, sell the match, and have the babyface stand tall, get the crowd behind him. Nobody has the nobody has the home field advantage. Uso has the crowd advantage. Gunther has the champion's advantage. So we're pretty square and even. But as far as promo, in-ring performance goes, Gunther wins. This was graded a B+, and I'm sticking by it. When I saw you walking out here like a complete dork, Gunther said, breaking out any respectable 8-year-old's go-to insult. I am a mascot, and this right here is my team. I love how everybody said yeet after everything Uso says. It kind of feels more a little bit like Austin with the what. So, going next was ding 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 dun 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 dun. JBL sitting ringside to watch Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston. Yes, the Hall of Famer John Bradshaw Layfield joined the commentary with Wade Barrett and Michael Cole for Rey versus Kofi. For any of you guys who don't know this, Kofi and Rey have been the longest baby faces, besides Cena and maybe Jeff Hardy. These two have been baby faces for the longest. To see them now go one-on-one with each other, one's a heel and the other a baby face, is really, really good. A back-and-forth match saw Mysterio overcome a strong effort from Kingston and an interference from Woods to counter the SOS into a roll-up for the win. After the match, Woods attacked Mysterio, which would set up for a New Day 2-on-1 beatdown, only for Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde of LWO to make the save. A cheap shot from Kingston led to Del Toro being kicked out on the floor, but the babyfaces still stood tall to close the segment. It feels like Kingston should probably not be taking losses as New Day continues to build its new heel persona. But this at least made sense in that without Woods, Kofi could not best his Hall of Fame opponent. The match was quite good, though, even as Kofi discovers what his in-ring style looks like as a heel. So Mysterio wins with another B+ here. The boos are real. To say about this match, Rey and Kingston are very well together. They're very paired together too. Both high flyers, so it kind of wonky because Kofi has to rely on his height advantage, opposed to Rey where he can just like jump around like a fucking bunny rabbit. So backstage, Chad Gable and the American Academy or the American Maid revealed that Dominic Mysterio will help the former Olympian with his luchador problem while the rest of the group looks to add championship gold. It's a good start. Then we move on to a Canadian promo. During the commercial break, of course, Jackie Redmond caught up with Karrion Kross and Scarlett. The former hinted at the escalation of his rival with Sami Zayn, who coincidentally hit the ring to address the WWE Universe from there. Sami Zayn believes he is in the upper echelon of WWE superstars to declare themselves for the Royal Rumble, which he did. But he did this just in time for Kevin Owens, his best friend, to appear. The prizefighter told his best friend that he can win the Royal Rumble, and more importantly, they can headline WrestleMania together. It's not like they've fought at WrestleMania before, but only if Owen wins the WWE title from Cody at the Royal Rumble February 2nd. Well, actually, Raw February 1st, so it'll be on Saturday. So they got the number wrong, but whatever. This was outstanding. Not only did they set the stage for Zayn and Owens at WrestleMania, but it teased it being for the top prize in the company. That is if Zayn is willing to help Kevin Owens as he did Roman Reigns. Owens puts his best friend in a tough position, creating a moral dilemma that the underdog from the underground must now confront as he pursues his goal in winning a world title. Ironically enough, Owens has become the most manipulative figure that Reigns once was, descending to the level of selfishness he once deprised the tribal chief of. Graded an A, and to speak on this, this is perfect. They captured everything. Like, it's so unreal. They were able to set up a WrestleMania, like a possible WrestleMania match, for the top prize in the company, and be between two best friends. It's too... I'm speechless. But still, Cena is my predicted winner. As of right now. Things could change in the next week. We still have SmackDown on Friday, and we still have next week Raw, and that's it. Then the predictions will come out on the 30th, so look out for that. Bayley made her announcement on Raw that she is now officially part of the Red brand and declaring herself for the Royal Rumble. But she had to face the irresistible force, Nia Jax. Bayley and the former WWE Women's Champion, Nia Jax, renewed their rivalry again. This time on the Red brand as they squared off in a singles competition. An early distraction from Roxanne Perez at ringside led to the irresistible force seizing control of the contest. Jax targeted Bayley's injured left arm and shoulder, forcing the babyface to essentially fight with one arm. Bayley fought back into the match, emptying her arsenal as she attempted to defeat her opponent. But Jax absorbed everything thrown at her, delivered a pop-up Samoan drop, then a senton, and then finished her off with the Annihilator for the impressive victory. Now after the match, the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley hit the ring and unloaded on Jax, avenging the sneak attack suffered earlier in the show. Security had to pull the competitors apart, but the hatred between them was strong enough that they broke free from them and brawled. Then, of course, Rhea Ripley threw down the challenge. You and me, Nia Jax, Rhea Ripley, Saturday Night Main Event for the Women's World Championship. Almost fucked that up. Whatever, though. Bayley and Jax do have some solid in-ring chemistry, which is good for the keys, of course. And that was on full display here, though it did feel somewhat misguided to beat the role model in her first match back on Raw. With that said, the victory gave Jax a quality win over a well-respected opponent and positioned her as the next challenger to Ripley. That is a big-time match that will put Rhea Ripley in front of a new audience and pit her against an impressive opponent she can battle up against. There is no grade, but I'm going to give this a B+. Backstage, of course, I'm somewhere in this vicinity. Seth Rollins was walking down in the back hall, and Sami Zayn approached him, said, "Hey, if you need anything, I got your back." As Sami Zayn turned and left, Karrion Kross was standing distant behind Seth Rollins. I was like, ooh. Karrion Kross is manipulating Sami Zayn, man. This is fucking hard. But Penta took on Pete Dunne in a fucking plus match. On the heels of an awe-inspiring debut on last week's show, Penta returned to the squared circle for a showdown with the former NXT United Kingdom champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. The heel dominated the action early and through the commercial break, utilizing joint manipulation to his advantage as he out-wrestled and punished the digitals of his opponent. Penta fought his way back into the match, taking Dunne down with a Mexican Destroyer and Top Conjalio. Or Topacanlio. I don't know how you say it, but... Moments later, after one last burst from Dunne, Penta utilized the sacrifice armbreaker and followed with the Penta driver for the 1-2-3. The newcomer's presentation and in-ring work has I can't even say that. But it elevated Penta upon his arrival to the brand. He is incredibly popular with the fans, has backed up the attention and hype of his performance between the ropes, and is treated by the commentary team like one of the top tier stars of the show. A great follow-up to last week's flawless introduction. Like I said, A++++. One last Logan Paul video aired before Michael Cole announced that the former United States champion will make his Raw on Netflix in-ring debut next week. I don't know about in-ring, but maybe a promo or some shit. All I know is Logan Paul will be there. CM Punk promo came up next. Of course, well, it's not a promo, more or less an interview. CM Punk joined Jackie Redmond for an in-arena promo that may have only been seen internationally and for those Netflix subscribers without ads. The Chicago native vowed to toss 29 other superstars over the top rope and win the Royal Rumble, especially with the people behind him. Punk went one by one through Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, John Cena, Roman Reigns, and even the racist Hulk Hogan. Before promising to settle old scores and cash in a favor if he needed en route to his first WrestleMania win and a trip to WrestleMania. En route to his first Rumble win and a trip to WrestleMania. This was straight fire from Punk. The kind of fiery promo that enhances the overall excitement for a match tenfold. If this did not make the show, it should have. And it did, because I was able to catch it. Punk threatened to told Hulk Hogan's dusty old ass over the top rope and kill Hulkamania for good. I'm all for that. Of course, Damage Control took on Pure Fusion Collective. Dakota Kai bounced back from last week's Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament final. Try saying that 10 times fast. Teaming with Io Sky to score a big victory over Pure Fusion Collective, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. The heels beat down the isolated Kai through the early portion of the matchup, but a hot tag to the Genius of the Sky sparked a babyface comeback. Sky exploded into the ring, wiped out the opponents, and moments later escaped a Kuda Vuda clutch by hanging Shayna Baszler up on the top rope. The over-the-moonsault finished her off and earned the win for the babyfaces. A good solid tag team match that saw the right team and wrestler go over. Sky is on a different level right now and has momentum behind her in the same way Bayley did entering last year's event. There may be newcomers, surprise entrants, or returning leaders, but she feels like as good a choice to win 30-woman war as anyone. Damage Control defeated Pure Fusion Collective, graded a B. And this is great because to hear Dakota Kai bounce back from last week's fucking, loss is perfect. I wish they had another member with them. Maybe Kairi Sane or Asuka can return. But for right now, they're going to have to do it together. And then the main event. Seth fucking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, WrestleMania rematch without the fucking title. In a rematch of the WrestleMania 40 showdown, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre squared off in the main event of Monday Night's show. McIntyre gained early control of the match by sending his opponent across the commentary table and crashing to the floor. The Scottish Warrior dominated the action throughout the commercial break, but the Visionary mounted a late comeback. A top rope knee to the head stunned McIntyre for a 2 count, and a springboard senton earned another near fall. McIntyre countered Rollins' superplex and Falcon Arrow combination with a Michinoku driver for 2. Later, Rollins broke out a crossface, but McIntyre made the save, or made it to the ropes to force a break. McIntyre responded with a future shock DDT, but Rollins kicked out. McIntyre beat down and brutalized Seth Rollins, all while taunting him. His arrogance cost him, though, as Rollins rolled him up with a jackknife for the victory. McIntyre attacked Seth Rollins after the match, infuriated by, screwing him with a jackknife. First Punk, now Rollins. Sami Zayn made the save, though, but McIntyre laid him out. So he got back into the ring. The heel once again reiterated to Rollins and that they would be on the same side, or that they should be on the same side. But as Zayn exploded across the ring with a haluva kick, it accidentally leveled Rollins, leaving the show with a cliffhanger of an ending, as Zayn tries to explain himself to his friend. So he says. A strong match with added storyline element after it makes this a major thumbs up to wrap up the show. Graded an A, Seth Rollins defeating McIntyre. I love what they're doing with Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins for this. I wanted to speak on this. McIntyre suffering a loss kind of sucks, but hey, he gets the last laugh in this. And I think that's all McIntyre really needs. Rollins is doing pretty good. He might end up in a feud with Sami Zayn because of the manipulative Karrion Kross. But who knows? Something might come of it later. For an overall grade, graded, of course, a B+, and I can agree to this. While not quite up to the level of last week's show, this was another strong offering from the flagship show, complete with the introduction of Sami Zayn into the main event storyline and potentially the WWE title picture. The in-ring portion of the show was strong. The storyline development was equally good. Uso and Gunther kicked off the show on the right foot with a quality in-ring promo segment. Rollins and McIntyre delivered goods in the competitive main event. And kudos to, of course, the women's division and CM Punk absolutely cooking Hulk Hogan for a high-quality Netflix broadcast. So, WWE seems pretty good right now. They're in the bag. Royal Rumble's literally next Saturday. I can't wait. My cousin can't wait. But as far as everybody else is concerned, we don't know who's going to win. Especially from the women's. They haven't really pushed on that. SmackDown should really push on that. But until then, what is yet to be seen remains unknown. I'm trying to think if that makes sense. But, we get the picture. WWE continues to raise their star power, raise their ratings, and continue to bring quality action to the squared circle. And I can't wait to see what happens next. So, I appreciate everybody for watching. You will get me on Saturday when I review SmackDown. Don't forget next Monday's show. And the predictions for the Royal Rumble, January 30th. I can't wait for that. Until then, I will see you guys later.